Yeah. So, Larry, of course, talk to us about this massive fight coming up, Jake Paul versus Mike Tyson. How has Jake looked in camp for this fight?
He looks good. I mean, Jake been knocking heavyweights, busting them down since the very beginning of the camp. So, I don't think this is going to be much different. He's been doing a really good job of handling himself, sustaining himself, picking the best punch selection for himself, and I feel like he's going to do that here too.
Part of the build-up was this clip of him dropping a sparring partner, and Mike was saying, it was a fake. Everyone's saying, it's not a great partner.
What else would you say?
Sorry?
If you Mike, wouldn't you want to say it was fake if he was Mike or anyone else? It wasn't fake. He got hit with overhand right and he went down.
What was amazing to me was everyone goes, crap sparring partner, fat guy. Actually turns out top 15 in the world heavyweight.
Savage is ranked number 15 in the world. He's not a crappy sparring partner. Can we say that any of these other guys had a top 15 guy in their camp sparring them?
Mike had top 15 guys in his camp.
Hell no.
So you mentioned in the documentary a bit, you grew up kind of on Mike Tyson, and when you were getting into the coaching and working with all these different athletes,
right,
you always wanted to be involved either with Mike or against him.
That's right.
And you're across the ring from him this time.
I'm so happy too. I think me being across from him is more fun than being with him. So yeah, I'm excited. You get to go against the legend. How many people can say that? So yeah, I'm excited about it.
How long have you been working with Jake now?
I started April of 2023, right after he lost to Tommy.
What do you think of the weight gain? Do you think it's a good idea, or if it was up to you, would you maybe have said?
With him being 27 and having the type of body type he has, I think it works for us. We'd have this conversation, say 5 years from now when he's 33, maybe not. But right now he's doing great. He's handling it.
Are y'all concerned about Mike's power at all? I mean, it is the last thing they say to go.
Anybody and everybody has to be concerned with Mike's power. Mike is still Mike Tyson. You can never take that away from him. So yeah, we're always concerned, but Mike has to be concerned with what Jake brings to the table. I think so many people talk about what Mike can do, but nobody talks about what Jake has already shown you he can do. His last 3 fights were knockouts in devastating fashion. That man can hit, so you got to worry about that.
People call Jake, always a YouTuber, he's this, he's that. You've worked with some of the best athletes in the world in all these different sports. Where does Jake rank among these great athletes?
Now, when you say rank, what are you referring to?
Like when you look at his athleticism, his explosiveness.
Oh, he's right up there. Oh yeah. He's definitely world class. He's a world class, world championship type boxer. His athleticism is up there with the best of the best, with the Sean Porters and those guys. He has that type of ability athletically.
How did you get in touch with Jake? How did they get you in?
They contacted me, and they asked me to come in, and I did an interview. And the crazy part about that, I've never had to do an interview before in my life. People just take my resume as what it is and ask me to be part. I did an interview. Jake wanted me, and I wanted to be part of the program, and now I'm here.
You've worked with some, like I say, great athletes.
Right.
One in particular. Did you worry at all? I'm betraying my old client KSI.
Absolutely not, man. Listen, when they reached out to me for the KSI fight, I did what I needed to do to get him ready for that fight. Right? I only had about 5 or 6 weeks. It got done. After that was over, I don't have any ill feelings about him or anything. But we never talked anymore. That was that one time I was a gun for hire. That's all that was, to bring credibility to this sport, to give them my inside knowledge for that particular fight. And then once the fight was over, we were over. And there's no disrespect to him. It was just business for him, right? And this is not where I'm at with Jake. With Jake, it's more than that.
It just came into my head now. That's not dissimilar. When you were working with KSI, he had to bulk up, remain athletic, remain powerful. Not dissimilar situations to this one.
Yeah, we saw how that ended up. So now we're going to see how this ends up.
I mean, it was a great result. Like, what did you make of his boxing ability, and have you watched him since?
I have. He's gotten better. He's gotten better. Mentally, he believes more now than he did before, and that's what he needs to be in this sport.
Can he beat Jake?
No.
How do you think that fight goes? You've been in the camp with
Jake knocks him out. Jake hurts him. Jake hurts him bad.
He's just too big?
Too big, too strong, too mentally tough. He hurts him.
Do you understand why he would think that he has a shot of winning that
He's
fight?
supposed to. He's a competitor. KSI is definitely ambitious, and he would like to have that fight, but if that fight ever happens, I can promise Jake gonna hurt him.
Would you be involved with Jake for that one, or would you feel bad about?
Hell no, I wouldn't feel bad. I would be right there with Jake. I'm with Jake until Jake is done.
Absolutely. So what is the prediction? What's the fight night prediction from Team Paul on this one?
Jake Paul wins.
Do you think a stoppage?
This heavyweight division, most of these things end up in knockouts, so there's a good chance that it'll be a knockout first.
Actually, what was your favorite Mike Tyson memory when you were coming up? What was the big Mike Tyson fight for you that solidified him as someone you were eager to get involved with and work with, and someone who you just were a fan of?
I don't think you can talk about one fight. He's done so much in the sport, man. I mean, the man was knocking everybody out in the first round for 20 fights or something. So how can you not get excited about that? And then he's the youngest heavyweight to ever do it. So, yeah, he's an exciting fighter. But right now, I got the fighter, and Jake Paul.
It was crazy. I was talking to one of his old opponents, Kevin McBride,
Right.
and he was saying that it was 20 years ago they fought, and Kevin won.
Yes,
he
he
says
did.
he still feels the punches now, 20 years later.
I guess, man. I mean, sounds good. I mean, when you fighting a legend, you gonna put more on it, you know. So I respect Mike 150%, but we got a job to do, and that's what we're here to do.